Okay, let's keep the show going. Ladies and gentlemen, you have seen him before. He is a classic, funny, and my friend. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Greene.
Happy Good Friday. I don't know what's so good about it. Every time Good Friday comes along, I can't eat meat. Last 6 weeks or whatever it is, I don't know. Every time Friday comes along, I want a hamburger, can't have it. But anyhow, my wife texted me on Monday. She said, today's Lenten Reconciliation Day. Okay, what's that? Well, you got to go to confession. Confession. Okay, for those of you who don't know, Catholics have to go and confess their sins. It's okay, what the hell, I'll go. We get to the church, and if you've seen a church, you know, it's the altar's up front, and you got the sides, and you got confessional here, confessional there. Now you get your choice, but I don't know which priest is in which confessional, right? And there's one guy I didn't want because he talks too loud. And he's going to tell everybody what I'm saying. So luckily, I got Father Patrick Murphy. Now you got to, when you go into it, it's like a telephone booth. What am I telling? Telephone booth. 90% of you don't even know what a telephone booth is. It's like a stand-up coffin, okay? It's. I haven't been there for a while, so I didn't know. I remember from when I was a kid what you have to say. I walk in and there's a kneeler here. You got to kneel, and the priest is on the other side. You don't see him; you see his silhouette. Okay. All of a sudden, the door slides open. Tell me, son, how you doing? I said, fine, Father. Bless me, Father, for I've sinned. It's been a long time. I don't know when the last time I was here. Well, what do you think, son? I mean, was it a couple of years ago? I said, let's see, my youngest daughter is 30. Last time I was here, she was 3 years old. So it's been 27 years. Oh, my Lord, son. You should have been coming more often than that. Do you have any sins you can remember? I said, yeah, a few small ones. I argue with my wife. I yell at the kids. I covet. Now, for those of you who don't know what coveting is, it is a sin. It's one of the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. So I said, Father, when I was waiting in line here, I coveted 3 or 4 times. And he said, what else you got? I said, is masturbation a sin, Father? Oh, Lord, I don't know. How many times have you done it? I said, let me think, Father. I think, what's 27 years times 365 days? So there's a long pause, and he goes, oh my goodness, son, that's 9,855 times. I said, what, do you got a calculator in there? He goes, no, I've got my iPhone, son. He said, you could have fathered a village. He says to me, he goes, son, I don't know what I'm going to give you for penance. I said, I don't know. I think it's going to have to be abstinence. I said, Father, no, anything but abstinence. Don't do that to me, please. How about 1,000 Hail Marys? He said, no, son, you've got to get any mention of a woman out of your mind. So I got out of the confessional. My wife, Joanne, goes in. I got my stopwatch, and I'm timing her. She comes out. I said, you were in there 2 minutes longer than me. She goes, what did he give you for penance? I said, what are you, in high school? Only I quit the gym. I go to the gym. I believe it. This one wasn't working, though. The machines just didn't work. So I joined Planet Fitness. Now, this is the place. They got Pizza Mondays, Bagel Tuesdays. They got buckets of these little tiny Tootsie Rolls all over the place. I don't think they want you to lose weight. I mean, you know, the only thing I don't like about the place is the girls are starting to wrap their sweatshirts around their waists. I'm like, you're hiding your best attribute here. What are you doing that for? Anyhow, I'm a marketer's dream. I'll buy anything I see on TV, infomercials, whatever. The latest thing was the Focus T25 workout DVDs. You know it? Yeah. I'm telling you, Sean T. You give me 25 minutes a day, and I guarantee you a perfect beach body. Well, it didn't work. But it's a series of DVDs, and one of them, I put a couple of them in. I put the floor exercise. The floor exercise, you put that one in? He goes, okay, everybody get down on the floor. By the time I got down on the floor, he said, great exercise, everybody now get up. Unbelievable. So my youngest daughter, when she was a little bit of a thing, she had a problem. She thought somebody was under the bed. I don't know about you. When I was a kid, if I told my father somebody was under the bed, he would have gotten a flashlight, shining under the bed, and say, there's nobody there, now go back to sleep. No, we got to go for therapy. So we make an appointment with the school counselor. Go down, she says, listen, this is beyond the scope of what I can do for you. You're going to have to go see a psychiatrist. I said, you got to be kidding me. Okay. So we made an appointment with a psychiatrist. And the woman said, I can definitely help you with your daughter. It's going to take some time, though. I said, what are we looking at? Could take a year. I said, a year? How often you got to see her? Oh, once a week. Let me ask you another question. What do you charge? She said, $75 a visit. I said, $75 a visit? Let me figure this one out. That's $300 a month. That's $3,600 a year. I said, we'll get back to you. So I took her home. I took her in the bedroom. I said, here, watch this. I took the mattress off the box spring. I took the box spring off the frame. I took the frame out of the room. I went back in, I put the box spring on the floor. I put the mattress on the box spring. I said, there, now you're cured. My lovely wife, Joanne, I can see her, but I'm not going to look at her. She's a certified, not just a diabetic educator, but she's certified. Yeah, she's certified, all right. But anyhow, she runs support groups at the hospital for diabetics, which is nice. A couple of months ago, she said to me, she said, could you do me a favor and come to a meeting at the hospital? I said, yeah, okay, I'll go, but I'm not diabetic. She goes, that's all right. I need bodies. One of my friends is going to do a talk, and I just want to make sure there's people there. I said, all right, sure, no problem. I show up, I walk in the room, there's probably 15, 20 people. I'm looking around, I go, where are the donuts? No donuts, no candy? The guy goes, we're diabetics. I said, okay. Next time I'll bring a box of Munchkins. So the doctor shows up, he puts his laptop down, opens it up, presses a couple of buttons, and up on the screen, erectile dysfunction. I said, shit, I really need this, right? Now, he's not talking about Viagra, Levitra, Cialis. No, he's talking about something a little more invasive, like needles in your penis. Or suppositories in the head of your penis. I'm like, oh, shit. And then he had, what was the other one? Oh, an implant. They put like a third ball down here. And you press it like this. And up he comes. I'm like, I got home that night and I told Joanne, I said, if it ever comes to that, guess what? We're going to live on memories. Yeah, I am getting old. The other day she said to me, let's go upstairs and make love. I said, hey, pick one or the other. I can't do both. A couple of years ago, I was driving across the Tappan Zee Bridge. I got no luck. It's a brand new car, right? I get halfway across the bridge, and bam, I get a blowout. I'm stuck in the middle of the bridge. I said, oh, no. I look around, I got no cell phone. I said, oh, shit. And luckily, I see this phone on the side of the bridge. I said, thank God. I pick it up. There's a click on the other end. And I said, I need help. The woman goes, life is worth living, don't jump. I said, jump? I had a blowout. I'm not going to jump. She goes, this is the suicide hotline. I said, can you get me AAA? I said, no, just stay with your car. Somebody will be by. Okay. A few years ago, we went on a cruise I don't know, we flew to Florida, got on a boat. First stop was Key West, right? And I'm looking through the book for sure, excursions. You got to do something fun. Pub crawl. I said, we got to do this. This is us. We get off the boat. They give us T-shirts. I drink good with other people. Put it on. After about the second bar, the guy decided, like a leader of the group, he decides, you know what we're going to have? We're going to have a conch blowing contest. Okay? One by one, everybody take. The conch is a shell. It's like a conch. Some people say conch. It's a conch. All right. But anyhow, I take it and I'm nothing. I hand it to my wife, and she's like. She is one talented lady. Let me tell you. She came in second. Anyhow, we had all our hips replaced. That's 4 last time I counted. And they gave us a sheet of paper when at different times, obviously, but they gave us a sheet of paper, safe sexual positions you can follow. Now that you have new hips, new pieces, whatever you want. I was going to have her come up here and demonstrate, but she's bashful. First one was standing upright. Now you got to figure, I'm 6 feet tall, she's 5'4", so, I'm not at the right target area here. I got to do like a sumo wrestler. I'm like, But, I don't get much time. The little guy just doesn't, it's not like it used to be. Wake up! Another one was sitting in a chair. And this one was great. Now my stomach gets in the way. What was the other one was sitting on the side of the bed. So we got satin sheets. That didn't work very well. I slid right off the bed. She told me, you really need Viagra. I said, okay. So I went to the doctor. I said, I need to get some Viagra. He goes, how many do you want? I said, I don't know. What will the insurance company pay for? I said, I have no idea. He said, you know what? I'll have my nurse call it in. Okay. CVS calls up, your prescription's ready. They go down, they gave me 90 pills for 90 days. You had to see the look on my wife's face when I came home. I said, honey, we got 90 pills for 90 days. A tear started coming down her cheek. And I said, and to top that, it comes with an automatic refill. So after 90 days, you got another 90. That's 180 days. She's crying like crazy. Folks, I'm Bill Greene. Thank you.